The James Madison Dukes have a proud football program and an increasingly prominent place in college football. For much of its modern history, JMU played at the FCS level, where it built a national reputation by winning championships and producing competitive teams that dominated mid-November playoffs. In the early 2020s, the Dukes made the jump to the FBS competition, joining the Sun Belt Conference and setting themselves on a new path, recruiting at a higher level, scheduling tougher non-conference tasks, and proving they could sustain success against bigger programs. That background matters because the 2025 Dukes, combined with the blue-collar attitude of the established FCS powerhouse, along with the ambitions and resources of the rising FBS program, have become an underdog and have now reached the college football playoffs. So what happened on the field in 2025? Well, the Dukes, after winning the Sun Belt, finished with a 12-1 record, their offense averaging nearly 450 yards per game with a powerful run game that averaged 245 yards a game. Numbers that are made their style easy to define. Physical ball control, oriented and explosive when their run game opened up passing opportunities. A central figure in that attack has been their running back Wayne Knight, who posted one of the nation's top rushing totals and served as the team's workhorse. His consistent production both on the ground and as a receiving option forced opponents to game plan specifically for him. On defense, the Dukes relied on aggressive fronts and a flexible secondary to create turnovers and slow down opposing passing attacks. Those complementary strengths, offensive balance, and opportunistic defense help produce long drives, time of possession wins, and the kind of resume that college football playoff voters found hard to ignore. Now, you might be asking yourself, how did a small school like JMU clinch a playoff berth? Well, with there needing to be a minimum of 5 conference champions in the playoff, JMU was able to sneak in as the lowest seeded conference champion after multiple strong teams failed to make or win their conference championship. This was a contentious topic going into the selection for the playoffs, as many voters believed teams like Notre Dame, BYU, Vanderbilt, and others all deserved an opportunity in the playoffs instead of JMU. But as the rules are, JMU was able to sneak into the playoffs and will face the mighty Oregon Ducks. The Dukes' first college football matchup will be hosted in Eugene, Oregon by the Oregon Ducks. Oregon is a perennial Pac-12 powerhouse who has since moved to the Big Ten and has not stopped. Known for fast-tempo, explosive offense and an often high-octane passing attack combined with speed at skill positions. For a newcomer like JMU, the road environment, stadium noise, plus weather adjustments, as well as energy of a hostile crowd will add another level of difficulty for them. For fans, this game is a classic stylistic contrast. Oregon's speed and spread concepts versus JMU's physical run game and ball control approach. The matchup sets up for a classic David versus Goliath game, but football is ultimately decided by strategy, turnovers, grit, limiting mistakes, and whichever team can impose their brand of football for all 4 quarters. Now, if you're wondering, what can JMU do to win this game? First, they need to establish the run. When Wayne Knight and the Dukes offensive line dominates early downs, JMU grinds the clock and shortens the game, keeping the Ducks offense off the field. This is the single most important factor for the Dukes. Second, how well can JMU's defense handle Oregon's tempo and playmakers? The Dukes will need disciplined tackling assignment football in the secondary, as well as timely passing rush to disrupt their rhythm. Third down, turnovers, as well as special teams will all matter. If JMU can flip field position or cash in on a takeaway, the margin of error shrinks for Oregon. Finally, mental toughness on the road, penalty avoidance, composure on third downs, those will all be decisive in the playoff atmosphere. If the Dukes can hit on those marks, they give themselves a real chance in Eugene. To wrap it up, the 2025 JMU Dukes are a compelling underdog story turned national headline. Their Sun Belt title and first ever college football playoff berth are a major achievement for the school and conference. Built on strong running game, stinging situational defense, and a coaching staff that maximized its roster, it's a milestone for a program that in a short span moved from FCS championship to the pressure cooker of FBS playoff implications. It's also an audition for players and coaches who want to prove that they belong among the sport's elites. For JMU fans and neutrals who love underdog stories, this matchup is a must-watch. It's a chance to see whether a roster with fewer blue-chip recruits but more grit and toughness can overcome a well-coached system and disciplined execution. Their matchup at Oregon will be a fascinating clash of styles and a true test of whether a rapidly rising program can topple a traditional powerhouse on a hostile field. I hope you enjoyed this different style video from me and look out for more in the future. I'll be doing Tulane next, and I want to do more of the same theme video for every playoff team and have them all out hopefully before they're eliminated. That's all from me, and I will see you later.